All right, good day, welcome. Thanks for being here. Thank you if you watched this back on catch up. Appreciate it. It's going to be a quiet one for a little bit, I think, Sunday afternoon. But I got some learning to do at a new track for me, at least. I am definitely going to need some replays to look at. Because we haven't driven Mugello before. I've seen people drive it. I have no idea what my opinion is of it yet. It looks good, but also looks really tough. There's a race in half an hour and a race in, I guess, 2.5 hours. If we want to do the feature length, which I've been trying to do one of every week just to kind of keep the participation going. I don't think this wet set is going to help me, so bear with me. Ooh, safe or not safe? Might start on the safe setup today and then see if I can get comfortable. Bear with me. I've temporarily moved my mic to be above and out of the way. I'm just deciding if it's out the way enough or whether I'm going to have like that weird like eye line distraction. I think it's slightly too low. Yeah, slightly too low. It almost works. Hopefully it's still picking me up fine. It looks like it is. Yeah, 1 second then. I have a feeling it's dropping over the hour, so long race, I might have to watch out for that one. Right, how do we drive this? I have a Tuesday night return to league racing. It's a community league, it's pretty relaxed, but gives me a good reason to get familiar here. I think I know the layout of Mugello. I think I know where it's going to go. But I feel like pace is going to be hard to find at first. Right. So we found the farming esports line. I think if you carry enough speed there, that'll work. Yeah, I think we're good. So this is actually a higher speed right-hander than I expected. Okay. Hopefully iRacing sound is behaving. That's going to be a fast chicane. Probably a lot of bins there. And then what's this? Maybe a late apex? So how much time do I have? I've got 20 minutes to decide if I want to go straight into a competitive or just get familiar. No idea. I'm assuming this is going to be a late apex so you can accelerate it up. Not really sure about that. Whoa. That arrives really quickly at high speed, alright. So there's a lot of shifting momentum that we've got to get right then. So I don't know how much you can cut these. So the curbs seem fine. Track limits. So I think this track's going to be about holding a lot of rolling speed without killing your tires. Like I said, I've never driven it, so go figure. Can we just lift? I think a lift and actually finding the apex will work. I also have no idea if the Porsche is well rated. Oh, we'll take the Joker line. No idea how the Porsche stands here compared to other GT3s. I guess if we enter a race, we'll soon know. I'm trying to decide if I think the Ferrari will be wild here or really good. Yeah, we're going to run the Porsche because that's what I got to drive on Tuesday night. That's, if you're wondering why. Right, I need a braking point. 100. Okay, so a committed 100 was probably close. I'm not sure about my line there. Hey, Mikey Marks. How's your day, dude? Love this track, Casanova into Arrabbiata, which I could probably guess which that is. Let me think. Is that the latter half of the track? Or is that this midsection here? I'm assuming it's one of the downhill. So is that this sector? Because this is pretty cool, because it's like the sweeping downhill. You can see the track ahead. Two rights after. Interesting, okay. Alright, I have no idea about that corner. I notice it like looks nice and open and smooth and good, and then you arrive at it and it's like your car isn't in the right place. It's probably one of the easiest corners when you actually have your references there. Okay, I still think this is a lot slower than it is. It's just got a narrow exit, right? This is going to be a job to learn, guys, I do think. Also, it got hot again today, and I was like, why? Why when I want to sit down and drive for a bit, does the temperature, like, it just scales so quickly. We had a cool day yesterday. But I really didn't want to drive because the MX-500 killed me a little bit. Depending who's here later, I might replay just some bits from the Mazda event. If anyone wants to see like fast replay highlights from it, I'll go through it. Uneasy. I'm never making that, am I? So I assume you're going to have to cut right to get the most out of this chicane. Oh my goodness, okay, I'm just creating understeer now. It might be I actually need to try the aggressive set to rely on the car's rotation more, but this is a good learning set. Using a tree as reference is pretty smart. Bit like Portimao as well. You need something ahead of you to time your turn in as you start braking. Well, actually braking more than anything. Let me slow down a bit. Right. It's just not the shape of corner that in my head I think it is. I always think it's like a curving, constant corner. It's not. It's more of a like high-speed kink. It's weird. And then the crest just makes it doubly hard to spot. Downhill braking, okay. That's going to be spicy. I bet I'm, what, 10 seconds off lobby pace? And that's once I actually start to get it right. This is the first track I've had to learn from scratch in quite a while, I think. I think Navarra was the last one. So it gets progressively harder to reach the inside of the corner the later you get there because of the camber. Oh my god, and there. And there. Right. All understeer. I'm gonna have to slow it down a bit earlier and then speed up. May have, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I may have an option to go do the Le Mans coming up in August as well, which might be nice, because I don't think I've done that for 2 years, at least. Definitely didn't do it last year. Okay. Almost kind of got the gist of that, no. Still screwed it up. Oh, I keep thinking that's going to be the downhill right-hander coming up here. I've completely mentally deleted that right-left sequence there. So that's going to be fun in a race if I just completely forget where I am. I was saying it before, if I'm going to bin it anywhere in this car, it's that high-speed bit. And there it was. So I started to get cocky with that and just gave it a whole load of steer. So is it better to just sort of stay right and then get that? Probably. Gone too hot though. Just made a coffee, so I'm going to stop and drink that in a sec. I just wanted to see how bad and how difficult I was going to find this. To try and plan when I want to race it. There's no way I'm racing it yet. And find out if the Porsche is fun here or not. Because if it's no fun, I'm going to be second guessing whether I want to go racing here for an hour on Tuesday night. Obviously I can switch cars for today, but I'd rather learn it. If this is the safe set, I think I chose right for now because I don't think a twitchy oversteer set's going to suit me at this track yet. I think I'm going to eat up the rears and just spin. I need to get to a point where it feels like the car should rotate quickly. Be a bit more nervous, then maybe I'll run that set. No idea what that braking point is because I've not approached it at speed yet. I need to look at a reference time just to see what my rough time should be here. I'm usually 2 to 3 seconds off it at first, and then I'll get within a second and a half after a few sessions or races, but oh wow, I've got it all crossed over there. It's so much more narrow than I think. And the car will push, really push on acceleration. That's partly the camera and probably my setup choice right now. So there was a color change in the barrier for that downhill. Is the Porsche going to be an absolute donkey here? Or is it just I need to stop being a donkey for a bit? Right, I want my coffee anyway. Let's go back a lap. See how I didn't even make the inside there? Apexing too early, I think. So very late apex to straighten that up. Way too excited there. Probably need to use more of the curbs on the outside. Because it's quite a narrow track in these sections. You can sort of tell it's motorcycle. Like popular for motorcycles though. Because this is is this MotoGP level? Oh, that was this lap. Okay. I thought it was a lap before. Same old thing you have to watch with the Porsche. Anything that destabilizes the car, like a rock of suspension as you're rotating, it just sort of begins a very slow, painful death. And I find the more you get any of that kind of damper vibration, I don't know what to call it because I'm not very good at talking setups, but as soon as the car is rocking, if you're still turning, it'll just continue to turn on you. So tell you what. Now that I know a little bit about the layout, let's watch someone who knows how to drive the track. There we go. Quali sprint. We're going to watch the reference lap for the setups I'm using. Well, actually, this is a more aggressive set, which I'll try. I'm getting in on the cookies while I can. Let's see how it's done then. Very early to the apex, so that's so you can hug it there against the camber. There we go, later apex. So the tiny little sausage curbs are quite useful for maybe apex markers. Yep. Seems to turn earlier for those and use all of that. That makes sense. Oh, loads of track there. So loads of track there, but didn't induce the slide. It's such a flow track, isn't it? Like you barely get a stop between any of these turns. Okay, all of the outside curb. Downshift. You're basically trying to get as close to those yellow sausages as you dare. So before the 50, not trying to hit the curb and then getting like a second bite at it. What goes on here? Oh, that's actually really helpful to know. So apex it. So didn't try to apex it first, but slowed it down enough to then apex at the end. Barely gets to the middle of the track here, and then just destroys that inside track cut. So the curbs are your like. You don't have to worry about crossing white lines in those corners. And I guess that's how the track has any width, right? So that's where all the lap time is once you actually get familiar here. You're not using that, then you're going to be slow. Again, doesn't try and meet it, just hugs. Oh, it doesn't even touch the curb. Interesting. Just after that orange marker Marshall post. I think I'm going to really have to get used to this, and then you join that exit curb to carry the speed out. Brakes. So you're having to lean in on the brakes. Work with the camber. Oh. I bet you if I try and do this on this set, I watch me spin in 3 different parts of the track until I can tame it. I'm going to try it now, because I really need to know. I got the test drive set. Yes. Perfect. So yeah, today I'm learning, I think it's pronounced with a G, like a J, right? Like Mugello. I feel like Italian with a G would be a J. If I'm getting that all wrong, then tell me. So seeing as the next race is in 5 minutes, I'm probably going to skip entering that for now. No way I've got a handle on this yet. There's a fixed in 1 hour and a open set in 2 hours. Cookies and coffee, go in for it. Right. Now let's see how the car feels on what I would call the aggressive set. I'm gonna have to get some long gloves soon. I've been enjoying these, but I'm feeling it on certain. If I do longer races, it kind of like, I feel like the material bunches up and I start like. Still better than no gloves, but. Okay, this actually doesn't feel bad through sector 1. No, I'm slow here. Such a lovely sequence. I can see what you mean, Nike Miles. And I'm not even driving it with high downforce car. Okay, I think I... Okay, yeah, there's loads of speed there, as long as you know to cut that line. Well, speed to find. Right, so far the car hasn't tried to break loose 3 times, even on colder tyres, so... I don't know if it's picking up, but there was just a really loud dog just then. It scared me a little bit because I didn't know what on earth was going on. Too quick. Definitely missing that T2 apex. All just slightly quicker in the second set. Quicker there. Yeah, you just don't want to start the car over rotating as the downhill kicks, because once that dip happens, if the car's trying to turn around, oh, the dip just throws you off balance anyway. Okay. Whoa, you get so much understeer through that one. Technical track. Just chill the music for a minute, let's just do some... Oh, that's not the line. I can't imagine doing 40 minutes of this without dying once though. Go so much wider there. I just need to get a visual reference of where to start opening up. Oh, people stay right here because that's the fastest line. It's going to be a messy turn 1 this, isn't it? Because it's like 2 curves into the braking area. Trying to carry too much into that. All climbing through there. So odd when you don't know the... Ah, man. No, I've got this completely backwards. So turn early, I guess? Yeah, turn early and then let the car wrestle with the camera. Now what? We go in a little quicker and then slow down towards... Yeah. That's almost a flat chicane. Maybe it is a flat chicane. I'm going to assume I'm a chunk of seconds off race pace. Okay, so I probably need to trust that I can roll in quicker there, and then just let the car slow down a bit. Leclerc. have this awful habit of grabbing the wheel with the left hand as I'm braking, because I'm putting, excuse me, like more intensity into the braking. My left hand just grabs the wheel when I'm, especially when I'm like still learning or trying to figure out stuff. It's kind of bad habit for sitting here for a while. This must be such a tough endurance venue for tyres. Slow. Alright, take more of that. Okay. Don't know where to brake here. I think later, but I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, it is a fun track though. Sort of. I don't know if it's going to be fun when I'm under pressure from like 20 cars, but it's a fun one to learn. Too late. I feel like I could run a 52 at this pace. Oh, that's already a 52, so maybe a 51. This is like a tighter version of Suzuka for 3 corners. Like a really narrow, short Suzuka. Just the layout. I've screwed that up. Some nervous cars through there. Okay, so the line isn't bad there, but me stomping on the gas kind of kills the exit. Well, that lap's gone. Holy cow. I actually prefer this set. just want to see if I can string one together to get an idea of how much pace I'm looking for. So we're not there yet. It's kind of flat out, but I feel like this car is also going to want to die if I go full commit. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday, good weekend, or whatever time of day it is for you right now. Appreciate you chilling out watching. My hope is to go race here, but there's no point in being a mobile chicane. Still trying to figure exactly how to navigate this thing. I like how this one opens up. I'm too late turning right, but I'm starting to understand it. Don't slide. Yeah, I've got to figure that braking zone out. I'm too nervous there. This could be a good reference lap at least. Oh, and then I go in. Oh, I'm fine. Cut that off way too narrow. A lot of speed left in the final corner. I'm not quite brave enough to like accelerate out yet. Oops, stay right. Right, that's got to be a faster time. There's no way that wasn't an improvement. Maybe it wasn't. It's so easy to just think you're in the clear. And then you just give the car way too much acceleration and start a power slide. It's deceptive. That's got to be too slow there. Yeah, I'm going to live to hate this corner in this car. There's like a threshold of how much input the car is happy with, and anything beyond is like, nah. No, sir. You ain't having it. And that all started because I was too slow arriving, so... Didn't even take the wide approach, but... It's such an odd slide, though. It's such an odd slide. If I've got one piece of beef with the car overall is I can't tame those slides very well. Like, me and that car, that's when we're, like, arguing. So... 52 high is not going to be anywhere near my best, but it's the best so far. We got a reference lap. I'm not going to look into Motec too much yet. I don't think I'm quite there with the track skill. But a reference time would be useful. Let's go with the 53 one because that was valid. And all I want to know is where am I giving up the most time and speed? And then work backwards. So this looks quite high. 5 seconds, yeah, massive. By the time we are reaching the end of the lap. So the first sequence, so turns 1, 2, 3 for argument's sake, is the second. Almost 2 seconds for the timer at the top of the hill. Another second. It's actually quite consistent. So it's just overall speed. A lot of time lost there, so I'm not carrying enough speed. Interesting. The biggest difference, and I did mess up this lap a bit, is slowing down to go down the hill through that sequence. So minimal brakes. I don't know how well this can be seen on the stream, but my braking is generally too high. Like I'm scrubbing off too much speed. Steering wise, I'm not like over using the steering in the car, and I think that's something I've improved by looking at this stuff, is like realizing that the speed isn't from trying to turn the car more, it's trying to do more with the other inputs. But yeah, braking far too much for every section. Arguably, if I'm smooth into turn 1 braking, I should be somewhere close, but I'm just a little bit wobbly. But yeah, heavy braking for not so bad in the second half. Braking early after the fast right-handers, I know that. But speed-wise, it's the middle of the track, so going down the hill, my speed's okay once I'm at the left-hander, but again, I'm slowing down a lot for the right-hander. In the top right, you can see which piece of track I'm talking about. It's a bit small. I wish I could like pop this up and make it bigger, but I'll have to suggest that to the guys. But I'm like off the throttle where the reference lap is getting back on the power before they've even started. Like almost before they're apexing, not quite. So I'm very, very late there. So early power on these right-handers. It looks like a lot of soaring of the wheel in the reference lap, which tells me they're carrying more speed. And then they're kind of like countering every sense of the car that's trying to like slide. So that's a massive skill. Well, not just skill, but driving style moment where I've either got to learn same into this braking zone. They're almost getting the car to be on the brink of oversteer, but that's where the grip control is for them and where they can put the power on with most control, ironically. But yeah, looking at this, time-wise, it's less braking, so scrub off less speed. And then in the mid-sector, I need to just be braver. And then the last sector, I am still losing time, but I think that's probably, again, just not slowing down so much. So sector 1, and I don't know how many official sectors there are on this circuit, but the first third of the track, I'm using too much of the brakes. Same with the third. Mid-sector is like, I need bravery. I need to trust the car and be able to go at higher speed. And get on the power earlier. Easily said, but... So I should be aiming to go sub 50. I never try and match those times because I'm not a professional setup-oriented driver, but... pretty sure the times I'm comparing to are on the same fuel load as well. It's not like quality fuel load lap. I forgot to check if he downshifts there. I'm thinking maybe 4th might be okay. I'm gonna absolutely hate that corner by the end of the day. Oh, that's so tricky. Okay. Smoother, faster into there. Just gonna try and make the car work less hard. Right. Less input all round should make it smoother. Still scared of that one. Do not want to start oversteering there. Right, less braking, wait for the corner. See if I can settle in a bit more. Not quite. So I should be hugging that inside route there. Definitely not getting that braking point right into there, and it's sending me wide through both apexes. Now I need to somehow slow down less for that one. Okay, that worked. Just gonna take it easy there, because I want to focus on this. I'm impressed how early the reference lap gets on the power through there. So I'm probably not steering the car enough. Hey, welcome. How's your day? You joined me learning this track for the first time today, so you can watch me suffer F1. Hopefully not suffer for too long, but... Have you driven this layout at all? Hope the YouTube stream is looking and working fine for you, by the way. I feel like I'm just getting to the point where I can string a good lap together, but I've got to remember everything. Brake less, turn earlier maybe? Oh, horrible, 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 right. Let it roll. I'm trying to power it over that hill, which does not work. Come on. Of course, Formula 1's started racing here as well, hasn't it? Right, this is an off lap. I've just... You ever forget where you are when you're learning a track and you're thinking of one corner and you're thinking like 3 corners ahead for some reason, and then you put the inputs in and you're like, yeah, I'm not there yet. The Circuit Mugello, yeah. You ever given this one a go at all? It's, I would call it deceptively tricky in these cars. Deceptive. I don't think it's a difficult layout to remember for me. Like it, I don't know. I've not had any real issue forgetting the track layout, but I think being fast enough to have a good race here is going to be a real patient one for me. I will give it a go though in a little bit. But obviously sports car is like my higher... I'm not a very high rated iRacer, but it's my higher license, so if I go in unprepared, it tends to not go very well for me. Kind of prefer when I can be competitive, even if that's in the mid-pack or at the back. I do watch Formula 1. I had on and off seasons watching. Oops. I forgot which chicane I was at. But I have been watching lately because I do think the racing is starting to get very... it's starting to get more varied again. There's some good competition. I know it's like... There's also a lot of drama in F1 right now, and I don't mind some of that, but because it's, you know, it is entertainment, but I can also live without that. Like, I liked F1 when I was really young, and my dad would watch F1. I used to love it then as well. Like, and probably that would have been the 90s when I first started watching it. I remember supporting Damon Hill for a few seasons. That was really, really exciting when Damon Hill actually had a chance of the World Championship. And then obviously did win it. Current drivers? That's a really good question. Who do I like at the moment? Whose personality do I like on the grid or driving style? I know it's very much the timing, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be a fan of Piastri. Depending how he develops and what happens when he's under more pressure, because he's obviously got that, like, coming up in the team. He's starting to get recognized, which is, you could say, like, a driver's probably got a bit more leeway with their personality at that stage before they get known, or it's expected that they're going to be performing, and then how they act under real pressure could be very different. But I think that's a really likable character. I always thought Albon was a good character. I don't know if it's always worked out for him in certain races, but he seemed to, like, come from a very kind of family-oriented... I know most people are family-oriented, but I don't know. It didn't feel like there were too many layers to him. Like, it felt like he was who he was, or is who he is. So are you a Max enjoyer? Because I don't really watch F1 because of one driver or to support one team. I'm a watcher that just wants to, like, be excited by the race. So I probably have things I like and dislike about every driver, which sounds kind of boring, but like I like Max's directness. I like that he doesn't hide what he thinks, and he does have quite a dry sense of humor. Do I always like his... Like, it's almost like, do I like a driver when they're at the most competitive? Probably not most of the time, because when you're at your most competitive, it's brutal. Most people are probably infinitely less likable when they're at their most competitive. It's unlikely the two are going to go hand in hand, right? Your English is great, yeah. Where are you, what language is your first language? Yeah, your English is fine. Probably better than mine. That's a really exciting corner. I just got to start getting to know it better. I think I'm just dialing the circuit into the back of my mind now, rather than trying to hit laps. I'm just trying to get to that point where I can be chatting and still roughly know where I am, and then I can just decide to switch on for a lap and actually make it happen for me anyway. Right, let's see if we can go quicker. Oh, so are you based in Canada? Nice, welcome. One of my mods is Canadian. Yeah. He's often here. I think he's away at the moment. I just went a whole lot faster, I think, as well. I'm not sure it's my fastest, but... Literally, I'm just talking away and getting quicker, so that's a good sign. And it means that, I guess what you call the subconscious part of my brain is starting to work for me. Did you grow up near Quebec then? Is that always been kind of your part of the world? Oh, I don't need to lift there. That was my autopilot letting me down. So interesting through there. What do you guys think of F1 being here? Did it work? Like, was it a good addition to the calendar? I can't remember how long now they've been racing at this track. I can't honestly remember if I've watched the F1 here yet. I feel like I missed that round. The main thing I like from watching F1 is when there's a healthy title fight. I think it makes everybody happier. The viewership has a bit less to get angry about too, because I think the more linear the title looks, the more casual fans need something to get irate about. Oh, that felt like something happened there. She felt like it was working. I think I'm just slightly too late. I got the right-hander, but yeah, I was too late into the left. I don't know what to do with the car through there. I don't know what exactly... I think I just need to get more rotation done early and then straighten the wheel out as it starts to get nervous. It's like a zero confidence corner for me, and until I know what to do, I'm always going to be hesitant and backing out in a place where everybody else is fine. Yeah, so the French you speak, like French Canadian, it has a variation to if you were speaking French in France, right? I don't think I've ever heard like French Canadian spoken. I wonder how that's pronounced. Quebecois, is it? Or is it a different sound? Interesting. Well, it's nice to meet you too. Thanks for hopping into the chat. I've not long been sharing my stream on YouTube, but I'm kind of getting used to being live there now. Traditionally, Twitch was busier for me, but it definitely has tailed off a bit in the last sort of half year, so I'm going to keep an eye on things, because one consideration I have is to run the racing as a live YouTube. and then do other game stuff with my Twitch, just to vary it a bit. But we'll see. There's no real reason to stop racing on Twitch, so... Okay, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Come on. Anyone got any suggestions of how to set the car up through there, or do I just need to tailor the setup to... I consistently struggle with that part of any track. I can almost do with a ghost car so I can see my trail compared to fast lap. I wonder if I need to go wider. Oh, you go to the Canada GP? That's a really cool venue. I always look forward to that one. I feel like everybody enjoys that as well from the broadcast. It's a really interesting track. I don't own it in iRacing, actually. I'd never raced it. I think the last time I raced that track would have been a Formula 1 game, maybe. I think I just want to learn this downhill section now. In fact, there's no point in me getting better and then binning it wildly. I knew this track was going to be tough, but I can confirm it is tough for me. Like, I'm not like surprising myself here with how quick I'm getting into it. I am finding this as tough as I thought. Appreciate you, F1. Mr. Roberts, thank you. Thanks for saying hello, dude. Hope you have a lovely, have a good eat. Make me jealous. Right, what am I going to do with this? If I miss that... I think it's about... Cheers, F1. I think it's about being, like, applying grip with a bit less of a straight curve of the wheel. Alright, Halsoy. How do you feel about this track? Good to see you, dude. I think Sundays are a very quiet day, in general. It just happens to be a day I'm a bit more, like, free and willing to be live, so... Thank you if you are just hanging for a little bit. I appreciate weekends are a bit of an odd one. Slow... mate, you're in the right stream. I mean, I'm learning it from scratch. The only knowledge I have of the track is watching another stream if they're racing it, but... I think I watched Basic Ollie's team doing a few laps here, and I find it quite a watchable track. But for some reason this season I decided it was a good idea to buy this, Brands, and one other. Algarve, I think. And the other two I'm pretty much know I'm going to enjoy, whereas this was a bit of a, like, I'm not sure kind of a track. But actually I'm really glad I'm trying it. But am I good at it yet? Nope. I think if I can get this downhill bit right, we'll set a new personal best, and then I'll start to know where my pace is, but I just can't get it right. Maybe I need to lift more than I think now that I'm learning to carry speed. I think I've been so slow into that section that I've taught myself not to lift so much, and now I'm starting to pick up speed and I arrive quicker and my car says, nah. I think that's where I'm looking for at the minute, is like somewhere in me right now is a 50 or a sub 50. But until I can string that fast section together, it won't happen. Everything else, I'm starting to sort of like... starting to find it. I want to set that lap first before I look at any telemetry again, because there's no point in looking at data when my data's not very good, like consistent wise. Let's try it now. So just after the 100, I think? Too greedy? Yeah, I think I missed that apex, but that's okay. This is slower at the moment. Okay, a bit less commitment speed there. I think I'm too early there. I feel like I should be able to straighten up and get on the power. And then I've gone and oversped into that one. Missed the barriers there. One for the crowd. Actually shouldn't do too much long term to the tyres because we were off track for most of it. That's a good way of putting it, Halsoy. So I sense that with a lot of parts of this track with the downhills. It's more like having the right amount of speed. Whereas a lot of the corners I was slowing too much, then having to try and accelerate back through them. Yeah, that's where I struggle, especially in the Porsche. Yeah, it's like not letting the car get to a point where it wants to get unstable, because when it does, extremely difficult to bring it back under control. Essentially the only frustration I have with the car in general is I just can't rein it in if I start to slide it. Bit of an overslow there. Still very confusing, but okay, I'm starting to kick oversteer there. I haven't been doing that before, so I'm probably carrying more speed and momentum. Because you almost have to relearn it every time you find pace. Like, I'm nearly a second up, but shame it's going to be off track because I'm not going to have this lap. Nah, didn't swing it out there. Let's see then. So if I get lift off oversteer there, I'm basically lifting off at the wrong moment in the corner, right? Eat some of the inside curve. Is that on the final apex of that, of the two? Or is that on the first one of the two, would you say? This is already helpful though, thank you, because I've got good reference data to go compare to, but damn it. And you missed that. Slightly overcooking that. Totally overkicking that. This would have been quick if I'd kept it under control. Okay, I think I'm just slowing down slightly too soon. See that? Like, this time I kicked one in. Yeah, I think that entire sector is my Achilles heel now. And every time I approach it, I make a different mistake, so I'm not really, like, learning how to, like, correct it. If I can just get a lap that sort of isn't a fumble, then I'll compare that to the data I've got as well, just to see whether my inputs are miles away or getting closer. That was better. I remembered to lean left on the brakes that time. Just a bit slow on the exit. Right. Let's get some momentum. What time is it? I'll check in a minute. Oh, it's almost fixed. Depending how I feel about this, we could go try a fixed race. I'll probably get my ass handed to me at this point, because I'm not that dialed in, and I haven't tested the fixed balance either, but could be an option. That or I have to wait another hour and do the full feature one. It's a bit slow, but we're okay. That's too slow. See how I've started sliding in a different place now? I'm just not consistent there. I am wondering whether I need to just trim the set to limit that a little bit, because it is designed for somebody who will have the skill to balance that car, and I'm not showing that skill right now. Thank you, Robotic. Good to see you on YouTube. Hope you're having a good day. So the approach line was better. Slow, but better. Yeah, I'll show you the telemetry. Have a look at this in a sec. It's how I'm learning, so you'll get a lot from it. So now I've started inducing the slide there, look, because I'm trying to go quicker. But oh my god, it's just not happy here. This might be where I need to test the safe setup one more time. Let me show you. What lap is... Okay, what's a complete lap? Because the data's a bit scuffed if I... 21? So 20. I think fully lifting is a bad habit of mine. Again, just let me find a lap that's got the right info. So this one. There you go. That's a better one because I still completed the lap with that mistake. So good old Delta. Come on then. Lap 20, I think, wasn't it? Wait. Huh? Hang on. That's apparently lap 20. I've only done 21. Huh? What's this numbering? Stint 3, stint 2, stint 1. So it's got to be this one. I don't understand the numbering. Maybe this counts different laps. That lap should give up data halfway. There we go, yeah. So here's my lap. Confusion finished. And then upload the same setup data. Sprint set. Right. Look at all the speed loss through there. So I'm a little bit... So I'm now losing 1 second instead of 2 here. So I have found a little bit of time. But then here, let's have a look at this section. So starts there, ends at the top of the hill. Okay. So I'm arriving too slow, but that can be worked on. My braking is still too... I've cropped it off, and my braking is still a bit too much. So almost just feather the brakes. Right. So here, smoother. Yellow is not me. I'm the green, red, blue, and the reference is yellow. He's also not trying to get to full power. Like, his priority isn't full power here. And then his lift. So he comes fully off ahead of the corner. And then he's applying the power as he's positioning the car. So the liftoff only works done early enough. So if you look at steering, there's a slight... It's more like correcting the steering at this point, getting ready to steer the car. But it's so interesting. Like the steering, like my steering is wobbly as you can tell. You can tell I'm trying to figure it out. Like where's the grip? And in general, I've got the right idea getting back on the power if I do it slowly and smoothly, but coming off is definitely... That's also not helped by the fact that I come in too slow, so I'll get used to that. And then what we need to know is what happens when I start losing it. So my idea of where I lift isn't too bad, but my lift is very sudden. And I think they're managing to keep a much straighter wheel. Right, what? Look at the difference at the bottom here. I'm actually counter steering already. Also, they're applying the power so much later than me. So I've done a really weird thing here. Look, I've lifted and put the power back on, and then lifted. Like, yeah, I don't think the wobbly steering is the worst. I think it's just a case of me being nervous of sliding the car, like trying to push to the grip limit. I've gone on and back off, and I bet you I did that the next lap as well. And then... So the learning here is 2 big lifts, and then just patiently put the throttle back on. That's kind of what I'm messing up with. And then the last one, again, committed liftoff, and then the power on earlier. It's probably the same pattern 3 corners in a row. I look at this lap. Oh, that actually works. So when I lost it the second lap, I got on the power at the wrong time. I actually got a good lift in the downhill and just needed to be patient with the throttle. So I improved here a little bit. And then this is where I spun, so the data goes skewif. Okay. This is how we learn. Because I honestly think if I can get reliable in that sector, I can do the rest. Let me try... Do you think I should enter the fixed? I've got 6 minutes to enter it. I'm not sure. I'm in between. It could be fun, but I could just die in that sector. So this just shows where I need precision, like, and a bit of confidence of knowing how to apply the car. Because I don't mind being slightly off the pace if I know I'll get through this, the apex and not create that slide. Creating the slide is the worst feeling. You reckon? Shall we see if I can run a fixed? If I just... Well, let's see if I've got this or not. I don't know how the racing is here, by the way. Like, standard. Yeah, I would hope the fixed is a bit more, like, the difficulty is extracting the pace. So that's slow. Okay. The logic is there, though. Oh my god, that changes everything. Wow. That was on cold tires as well. That was on cold tires. Now, it was slow. But the... I don't really need the replay from that. At the very top, yeah. That is purely me not getting the braking point right. But yeah, there's quite a heavy cut there, isn't there? Oh, my bad. It starts a quarter past. Well, that's perfect. That's actually great news. So we can register, practice the fixed set, and then I'll either run the safe set in the first race for the 40 minutes and see how we go. I was going to do a run through the MX 500 at some point. I did that at the weekends, which was actually bonkers. I might do that still today. We'll see who's here and whether it's busy or not. Yeah, let's go. The inside curb in this car is really tricky. The reference lap uses it, but their inputs are perfect. If I use it and don't have good inputs, you get that kind of like where the car is just slightly oscillating. And if you start sliding, it just basically keeps pushing that slide. It's such a weird, awkward moment for the car, but it's pretty real when it happens. Nice to have you guys here. Thanks for chatting. Whether you've come on the YouTube side or the Twitch side. Got to think of creative ways to market my channel, guys. I mean, I don't mind stuff like today because I'm literally just learning and amusing myself, really. But I need to start having some top tier YouTube video ideas, I think. Yeah, same with setups, I find. So with the coach set, they offer safe and the aggressive, and the aggressive is only worth it if you're learning to drive the car, or if your driving style suits how that car's behaving. Wait, what? What are the percentage chances? Oh, I didn't know about this. Well, this throws a spanner in the works. What are the odds of rain? Almost guaranteed. The reason I do like the setups is it starts to tell me where my driving style is. So I agree with you from a, like, if you're still learning, don't think the setup is the core of the problem. But for me, I had to get to know a safe and a not safe setup outside of iRacing. I don't want to just take their sets. Like I've been able to start to understand like how I'm driving with different setups and whether they suit me or not. Each driver will feel like Daniel Gray did a blind test setup YouTube video. Someone I watched late at night my time. Just to see if they could really differentiate like between, and it kind of came down to like most setup providers are good. They're competitive. Very few fell short of the mark, but on the whole, it kind of came down to whether it suited your driving or not, or whether you could drive in a way to adapt to it. And it was kind of like quite good to see, because that's kind of how I feel about these. I don't run them because I know I'll go quicker, but so I can learn to drive with a car that feels like it's set up right.
Clear on the right.
Right, this guy's struggling. You on dry tires, my friend?
Left side.
I think you're on dry tires. Unbelievable.
Car on your left. Clear.
Well, the driving standard is appalling, so this bodes well for a race, huh?
I picked the tire pattern anyway. I think that the big setup will take care of that.
You got a slow car on the left.
Where's my push to torque gone? I swear I bound push to torque. Have all my keybinds been forgotten? I swear, iRacing does this to me sometimes. Unless I'm being stupid, all of my keybinds yesterday have been forgotten. So I don't think I have push to torque anymore. What we need to know is, can I adapt to the wet in time to go race in 5-10 minutes? This is a little bit scary. But the setup's fairly tolerant, so... I did learn a lot from racing the wet at the Nürburgring last week. I don't know if any of you saw that one, but... I managed to no-stop and made a ton of positions. This could be worth a go, but this could be an iRacing killer for me. I'm not actually needing to do the fix for any reason, but I could give it a check. I have actually, yeah. Will I break anything if I turn that off? Thank you, by the way, that's exactly what it is. I turned it on for a reason. To make something work, and I don't know why. It was so long ago that I don't remember why I turned it on for this car. So I could turn that off as long as I'm not going to break something else. Yeah, I'll turn that off then. Nice. I'm going to be out there. Can you get away with that? Maybe, if you commit.
I didn't know iRacing had rain.
What? He's trolling. I mean, he is the guy who just went out on slicks and spun in front of us, but... It's gotta be like... How can you play this game and not realize it had rain? That's gotta be a meme. I think this could be a death race, guys. We're at our peak iRating, and then I go and do combos like this, and then I bring it down again. kind of want to know which curbs are no and which ones you can sort of straight line them and get away with it. Not that one. Exit curbs, no. Terrible idea.
Just stick to fastest lap of the session.
Okay. Let's see how far off pace we are with a couple of laps. Too fast. This is actually a really cool challenge though, like the tracks, I might say I enjoy it more in the wet. Crazy as it sounds, like it takes away that sort of nervous high speeds. Dry setup that I've been trying to work with. And instead just makes everywhere a bit slippery. Okay, don't use that. What I don't know is how worn in this track is at this point. I'm gonna rejoin. I'm gonna take it easy. Yeah, don't get put wide onto anything. That's the most obvious thing in the world, but... This is like last week where I just learned a dry line and now I've got to sort of park that somewhere for this race. I wonder if this is like inside line braking and then maybe grip out here? Not really. There's no outs. No way. No way. I'm gonna give them 5 corners before they're off track again. Hey! You didn't disappoint. The way they were hammering past, I just had a feeling. Body language of a car tells you a lot sometimes. Alright. I want to set a lap time. I want to know where we're at. I want to know if it's worth risking a lobby here. There's going to be a couple of splits. Oh, there's our mate again. Okay, too late there. It's gonna be so easy to get binned off by someone else's error at this track, though. You might be driving a good line, but then the guy ahead just clips an outside curb and sends it into the wall. Oh, god damn it. We're gonna get stuck behind you again, aren't we? I don't know, maybe they're good. Too fast. Try not to follow these lines. Oh, thank you. Nice guy.
Oh, sorry, I was so preoccupied with my car, I didn't realize you were there.
I'm sort of hoping I'm not in that guy's race, though. Seems like a lovely person that just is definitely going to crash.
First time driving in the rain and it's slippy ASAP.
It's like, please tell me you're not just going to send it into this race and create something heroic. I'm not going to say it, though. I'm not going to be that guy. Right, this should be a lap time worth looking at. Wow. I think that's the same guy. It is. We're in, like, the midpoint of the practice lobby, so that's not the worst. I'm far too keen through that lot. I gotta I gotta rethink that one. Let's get one more down. It's too quick.
How the fuck do you guys drive in the road?
What was that pink light just then? That reflection, that was really weird. Was that a bug or was that just a strange piece of track?
Philip, that was the best game audio I've ever heard in my iRacing life.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. You're not loud enough, not clear enough. So slippy and only go straight.
I kind of want to watch this guy a second while I faff. Hang on.
Have you put wet tires on it?
Yeah, it sounds like he hasn't.
It's fixed setup, isn't it?
Oh my god, this guy.
No, you manually have to wait in the pits.
He's driving on dry tires because it's fixed setup. I love this guy.
Okay, how do I do that? I never go into setup.
Oh my god, please don't enter a race lobby though. Flippin' heck. Where's the option?
Okay,
So,
tire
do I
found it.
check use
Thank
custom
you.
controls? Is that the right setting? Let me check I've got the keybind still.
In iRacing.
Oh my god. He's got a lot to learn.
Welcome, my friend.
In
That's
HTC,
cool.
I'm avoiding it like the plague.
Sound, wasn't it? No, it's just got rid of my keybinds. So maybe it... Let me see.
It's pretty recent as well.
I don't know if that was a good idea what I just did. Let me just check the car is still what I think. Okay, that's fine. Didn't break that stuff. I'm just going to remap all the things that I did yesterday for whatever reason. I did not want to do that. Okay, push the torque. Alright. I think we can put a race together. We're just gonna have to get some luck. Right, I've still got my wipers. Good. He's 1.2k. Okay, so the odds of being in the same grid are a bit lower. I'm in the top 20 without much practice, so I think this one could go either way. Okay, everyone's going wild in the chat. I'm going to be right back, guys.
Sorry.
I'm going to take this opportunity to leg it
If you
to the
mean
loo,
me.
I think. Where is my music audio?
I was doing my out left, but
Also, if it's working,
Not
I've got a
touching the
different
mirror.
be right back
Sorry.
screen with my little Pixu digital screen going. Let's see if it's working. That's a little digital screen that Wavydon got me. And I've set the camera up to have it as a be right back screen. So enjoy whatever random pixel artwork appears. If anything terrible appears, let me know, because I need to change the album. Okie dokie, let's do this. Slight issue with iRacing here. I don't know if it's going to survive. I clicked race, and it looks like it's just completely crapped itself, so hang on. Never had that before. I assume the stream hasn't just caved either. I think it's iRacing. This might be a fast restart of iRacing, to be honest. So I can get time to quali. In which case... Give me a second. We're just going to restart iRacing. Why can I not join? Anyone had this before? How do I join? Oh, just wait till the join. Do you think the server had a moment then? Because I should be starting qualifying now. Interesting. There we go. Good shout, thank you. I get way too many technical issues that now when something goes wrong, I'm just like, what have I done? What have I done now? So I can do this one. If it's fun, I'll think about doing the 40-minute one after. If it's so-so, then I might just... I might just save the 40-minute one, but I need to do it before Tuesday if I want to participate. Do nothing and still win? Wait, who's Lord Gaben? What's the reference? If I'm being slow, then, you know, you can correct me, but... What's the Lord Gaben reference? I like the do nothing and still win, though. That's got to be OP strat for this game. Sim. I said sim. I don't think I have. Is it? Go on. Where does the reference come from? You can educate me now. Is it an old school one? Is it more like a recent meme? Might as well be honest and tell you I'm clueless, because then I learn something. Okay, a light rain. That's helpful enough. I've still got time to do a lap. I don't know if I've got time to do 2. It's unfortunate. Alright. I think we're in a wonky top split here because the rating goes all the way up to 5k. Based on the entry numbers. I think that also means the field spread is really high. That, or it's just made one lobby of everybody. I don't know what the numbers are here. Wait, what? Why don't I know the reference if I've got the software? Damn, I really don't know this then. What? You got me thinking, like... Is it to do with the racing? Or is it a non-racing piece of software? Right, so I think I approach this like a cautious dry lap. The rain's only light. There's going to be understeer. I doubt there's much rubbered in track because it's only had a short practice session. I guess I should see how bad the curbs are, because if they're useful... Not terrible, but I probably need to... Not 100% lean on them. Okay. I like your cryptic approach to telling me. And yet I'm still clueless. Right, let me do this quali first, because I only get one shot at this. I think I've got time for 2 laps, but... We need to pay attention to the weather at the start as well. Wow, no grip there. Interesting. Because our only strat is wet or dry tyres. Here goes something. Here goes something. That's masses of understeer. Okay. Slower. Much slower. Slower in, anyway. 4s, 5s, and 6s coming in. Okay, I can run off a little bit. But not while braking. That would be stupid. So I'm not going to use that curb. Mad how much understeer is happening. We get it valid though. I think I'm going to need the second lap just for the tyres to come into their own. Unless dries were actually the correct choice. But it looks too wet for that. Like there's spray coming off the car. It's just quite a rigid car in the rain because it's quite safe. Can I change brake balance in this car? I should probably pay attention to that in the rain. Let me check that. Because that might get rid of some of the understeer. I'm such an... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. What an idiot. Alright, we better get this lap then. Otherwise we are heartily starting from the back. To be fair, there was room to improve, so... This lap has a bit more in the can for me. Oh, that is sad. Oh well, we couldn't help that. I could have just not driven off track though. That would have been smart. Hey. Tactical start, guys. Awkwardly from the back. Also, I wonder if you can fuel save at this track. I made that work last week, and not many people tried it. It's too long a lap. Oh well, let's see how close we can get. We're not going to be a million miles away, but probably like one corner short. Oh man, I really am so close to have had time as well. Oh well, let's practice a pit entry. If it doesn't rip me off track, probably will. Nah, it's over. What a melon. All I had to do was stay in the middle of the track, guys. I was too busy trying to set the car up. Right, that's a shame. Don't know what my... Wait. What was my invalid lap? Does it show it? I can't see it. Alright. Please stop installing stuff. Just let me close it. Close the Delta for this. I'm not too worried about it running in the race. And then we need to reopen it for the other lobby if I do it. Okay. Weather. Looks to be raining as much now as it ever will. And maybe it'll...
You're on dry tires, mate.
Back off. Right. Wet tires. Yes. Can't change anything else. Well, guys, what's this? 20 minutes to suss this out?
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the left side. Closed. Pit road is closed. No.
Oh, this is only the 20-minute race. Why am I talking about fuel saving? I'm thinking of the next race. It's dry for the main race.
2,500.
Okay, to be honest, 16th as car 12 is okay.
Take opportunities.
But, man, this is going to be a hectic start, I think.
Everyone's gridded.
This is, this could be a very short one. This could be over in 5 minutes. I've just come off the MX500 Oval, which is so different to this, it's unreal.
Catch start 10, car. Catch start 8, car.
Outside line, do we like that?
Catch start 18, car.
So it's currently moderate wet. Grip levels aren't going to be great. We have, what, a couple of rows behind us? I have no idea how many entrants there are. It looks like about 20. We have snuck into top split here. Quite a low-key top split, but that means if we don't wreck, we could balance this race out a little bit. And then after that, I'll decide if I'm going to do the dry run or save that, because it's a pretty quiet day to be online, so we'll see how it's going. Nice to get a Sunday afternoon race, though. Hell yeah. I think this sector up to here is going to be super scary. You're going to get the most chance of people like getting 2 or 3 into one. And it'll only start to thin out once you get down the hill here. Let's try not to be a wreck, huh? We are at the back end of the week. I've picked the worst time of the week to get to know this because I've given everyone else like 5 days to get to know it, but that's what it is. We can just find some pace and stay the heck off of these slippery painted surfaces, which are everywhere here. And we'll see.
Jetstar 18, car. Jetstar 18, car.
Oh, I just got a frame drop there. I need to change something about the rain in these races. I need to lower something. Because the rain is a PC killer. And I'm still near 60 frames, but this PC's doing great, but I definitely need to set it slightly better just to give me a few more, like, a bit more headroom.
About to go green. Stay
That
focused.
sector's going to feel horrible if I get
Those
stutters.
car is off. Time to do your job. Green, green, green.
Wow.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Actually not too badly behaved. There's an incident. Please don't rejoin. Can barely see any of the markers that I had before. Interesting race. This is kind of cool, actually. No idea how I'm going to pace, but sort of just figuring this out now. Audi looks keen to move forward. So I sort of want him to crack on, if you know what I mean. Like, if he's got pace and just didn't qualify, I kind of want him to do the aggressive work, and then I can maybe follow a couple of the moves while I figure out what I'm doing with the car. Oh no.
Go left.
Porsche death.
Just punted me off, bro.
Was that the guy who spun or a different guy? Because that Audi is looking pretty aggressive. I could tell from the start that I didn't want to be fighting him in turn 1. Let's go. We've actually gained a few with the incidents. Right, anyone's guess as to what's happening ahead? Easy. Easy 1 lap. Probably better than my quali effort as well. I think the rain is a great element. I really like it. It changes the feel of the race and it stops... Well, scary, admittedly. And I like that everyone has to think about the track live. They can't just pre-program themselves with some inputs and drive. It's more of like a can you adapt, can you read the track, can you feel enough of the car.
You got a slow car on the right.
Uh-oh. Can you avoid death? So I'm just trying to brake a bit early and a bit less until I really know what's going on. I don't mind having a second to the car in front because at this point I don't know who's going to hit who. And then if my pace is alright, maybe we can actually be the attacker instead, but... Can't even see.
Car stops on the right. Go left.
Flipping heck, Robbie.
Car right.
Just me slowing down for yellows then?
Left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
At least they didn't hit us. Thank you so much, Houseoy. Such slow laps. It's only going to be like an 8-lap race. This is crazy. You enjoy your day, dude. It's good to talk to you. Hey, come on, Robert. If you're going to be keen to go, you need to go. Trusting you here. So I think he's got a little bit of pace. Uh-oh. This looks messy. Ah, and he's got through and I'm not gonna. Oh, that Ferrari's gonna kill him. Oh, he nearly did.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear. 2 wide.
Not intentional, dude. That was just a puddle. I do apologize. Yeah, he won't like that, but he also won't have sight of what... It's awkward. I'm trying to stay inside and then I'm hitting a puddle. And then the moment we make contact, we're screwed. Just lucky that neither car ended up walled. I mean, it all happened because of that, like 3 corners before. Ooh. Look how easy it is to just catch a random death, man.
Car in P1. Just set the fastest lap. 4.58.
Oh, I don't like that line. I tried his line and I think it was just a bit too wide for me. Yeah, the puddle created that problem, so it's kind of on me in that sense, but... I'm not worried yet.
Car right.
If you want to go, you can go. I'm still running my race.
Clear on the right.
So far, I've picked up one for everyone I've lost, so I'm just gonna chill. Figure out who's quick and who's just keen. Why does everyone screw up after overtaking? It's really interesting. Is it the car behind, do you think? Because I'll give him an easy break if he catches me, rather than tempting him to, like, try and get revenge. I don't really want him to come near me, if I'm honest, but... Oh, this guy. Okay, that was just a good wide line. Maybe the wide line is working now. If he's nailing it, then I'll try it. Okay, that car's disappeared again, so rip. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Sadly, I don't trust the average driver to just overtake and move on. He's taking every wet outside line at this point, so maybe it is a part of the race where that's going to work. I've had no experience using the wet lines because it just totally depends on the track state. As I thought though, he's so much quicker than me that I don't need to be scrapping with him yet. I think I'm just going to do this one race on stream today, guys. I'll let you know if I change my mind, but Sundays have been insanely quiet lately, so I think I might just do the one. I mean, I could go the opposite way and be on here for like 6 hours or something, and we'll be like a Mugello master by the end. But I'm already hot after one race in these temps. I couldn't actually stay close enough to him to learn enough there. But I did get to watch him last lap. I like watching him though, because he's actually... This is the first track I've done in a while where those wide areas show the grip. Ah, it's too wide. Okay, now we've got a train ahead, so I don't need to panic. Let's try and stay rolling. Because I think this race is going to give some more yet. You seem comfortable to the group behind. So the fastest are doing 4s and 5s. He's still a little off confidence. Most of that will be braking as well. Yeah, there's a lot of grip under brakes that I'm not using. Oh, there's our mate in the Audi. He didn't stay ahead long. Keep overshooting that corner, nightmare. Shocker. Getting quicker. I have to be careful. I keep tapping the outside curbs and you can't brake if you do that. I'm close to being on a par with this group, just not quick enough. So hard to get that balance right.
Car in C1, just left the fastest lap. 4.313.
Still, we're improving.
You got a slow car on the right. The car in front has gone off.
Well, that was scary because I was blind to it. So Norman's lost it. Let's not rule them out though. It's gonna lose a couple of seconds, but it's not a big deal. I need to keep up my pace. How quick before he's back onto me? Well, if I do that instantly. Didn't wall it though. See the weird purple effect there? At least I get it on my screen. Struggling this lap. I was hoping to give it a bit longer before I was getting challenged, but okay. Bro, I gave you so much space. I literally was trying to let him go past. That's insane. I didn't even close the door. Was that a lag? Maybe there was like a netcode or a lag issue there, because that looked like they didn't think my car was there. That was really odd. They must have known I couldn't get on the power. Lost traction. Yeah, you've just got to not be on the power in that situation. I mean, obviously, if I'm having a bad exit, that's going to create a sudden, like, closing speed. But it looked like he just was like, I've got to go now. Like, he didn't want to wait. So I was like, yeah, you know, I've had a bad exit. Up to you if you want to, like, question me now, because, you know, I made the mistake, but felt a bit weird to just kind of get driven into it at the same time. I think the replay will be useful for that. But, I mean, when you're the car behind, you've kind of got to take ownership of that. Even if the car ahead isn't exactly what you think is going to happen. Oh well, maybe just a bit ambitious. Thought they were clear. No grip, made contact, car's gone. Sucks for them though. Sucks for safety, but I'm not really that worried about that right now. I don't know if it's safe to cut that curb. I can't use anyone as a reference car yet. Connection dropped? Interesting. Oh, there's a car off track. I hope that's not affecting anyone else. Like a tricky little place in Sector 1. Oh, did I move the brake bias enough? Yeah, I did. I probably need to move it further back, honestly, once I settle. Because it's mostly an understeer experience on the fixed in the rain. Nah, there's definitely enough kick in the rear if I use the brakes a bit more, so I think it's a me skill issue moment. These two are still battling. How long do we have left? 1 lap, probably, after this, so it looks like the lead is close to the line. It's going to take some scuffling, I think, for me to join him. It could happen. Conditions feel like they're just drying off a tiny bit, even if they're not. Feels like the grip's coming back a bit. Puddle. Oh wait, Norman Haid is back? I don't know if that's a good thing. Hopefully they're just, you know, here to finish their own race, but... maybe they're just having the worst day. Bless them. This is an okay result. You keep it. I need a second's extra pace to get competitive and catch people ahead. That's what I'm lacking. But yeah, my days. Any overspeed in this set, and it's a straight line to the exit. That one's a bit nicer. And have been a very cool times I've been at one corner build to finish. Well, I think there were no more collisions. Unless these two are going to wreck on the start line. So I think, you know, I'll take it. I don't know if any of the big iRaters finished low, but if so, then we might gain a tiny bit from this one. It was like 2 races. There was the front group, and then everyone else. They just crashed as well. Alright. I think we'll take that. Let's have a look at the incidents. There was one that I think was minimum 50-50, if not slightly on me. What do we need? Laps. Yeah, there's only 10 lap race. We'll have a look at stuff. Look how slow I am into turn 1, because I haven't raced this today, so I'm being really freaking careful not to smash someone else out. In fact, let's get the incident tracker thing. Wait, do we... Oh, God. No, they've hidden it behind the pro subscription. That's very smart. That's very smart. Alright, we'll do it ourselves. I can't remember how much they're charging for the proper overlay system, but it's probably worth it. Alright. 1 second, because Spotify's gone to sleep. Thanks for hanging today, guys. It's a bit of a slow Sunday, but it's good to get a race in. I've got 4 minutes if I'm going to do the dry race, but I don't know if that's going to happen for me today. I was going to do it. I'm not sure if it will follow a wet race too well, though. It's a 40-minute beast as well. I might save it for like a late night when it's cooled down a bit. And just have a run. Okay. Whoa. What a time to pause. What happened to this car then? What happened to Jean? Just a curb exit? See, we didn't do that once. I got loose only one time, but we didn't spin. Oh, what? Whoa. That is a scary rejoin, my friends. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was nearly 4, 5, 6 cars murdered. Worst rejoin award. Did this car crash because of that, or no? Look at the green Porsche, like, dodging a lot of bullets. Well, not really dodging, but... Alright, this is the car we got tangled up with, and it all started because they had a terrible first sector, so... I just want to know how it was for them. Right, so gets a whole lot of paint there. This is when it began. So brakes on the curb, loses grip, goes wide, gets no grip. Does a really good job of not running wide into the Audi. Gets overtaken. So it's all pretty clean. And then I think loses the grip here. No, this was a poor move. Like, I think just needed to relax there. So we're just about alongside. We get space. Yeah, you see the puddle? I'm really glad he didn't spin or anything, because that was pretty rubbish. I would have given him a position back if he didn't spin the second time. When he was following me, I would have pulled over and let him go. Just to, like, say apologies, you know? The problem here was actually me trying to stay too narrow, and the puddle just said no. If I tried to open up just a little bit, I might not have touched him. So it's still on me, really. I can't blame that car for anything. They left loads of space. So we're fine. We're fine. I just don't know. There's puddles here, look. Ugh. And then we start aquaplaning forward, and he can't stop turning. He can't give me much more space. Like, it sucks for that driver, basically. I'd like to know what happened to them. Where are they? They had a much worse... So sometime this lap it went wrong, I think. So currently catching me, and I'm thinking maybe I'll let this car go. Oh. They did a me. This is what I do in the dry. Oh, Ferrari gets loose. Ah, that sucks, man. He's probably pushing quite hard to get back to me as well. I think we'd have had a bit of beef, to be honest, but we'll never find out. Right, now this is the car we collided with. Right, so the 10th this lap, what happens? Runs wide. It's a little booty tap. And then we'll see how it looked for him when he hit me, because maybe it was like, you know, just unfortunate. Right, so if I'm honest, this is a poorly read piece of overtaking, only because it's so late. I think he could have got away with that if he hadn't understeered. Like, he might have been able to go side by side and like push the issue, but so I'm not sure that one was working out. And then he spends the lap catching me because I have the worst lap of my life now. I mean, look at, I'm just getting closer by the corner. I'm suffering there. I'm just curious what the decision making was here. Let's go a bit closer. He knows he's quicker, right? He knows it's a matter of time. So at this point, if I was this driver, I'd be like, just wait for that start-finish straight, get close, and overtake. Undefendable. Unless I'm going to be a moron and block. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to lose control a bit here. I'm going to have to get off the gas. Look. It's exactly what I thought. Just needed to breathe. I think like the instinct of wanting to overtake kicked in and took over. So I think they had a choice to survive. And they had a choice. Oh yeah. Oh my god. They fully lost control on their own. It wasn't actually the contact that set the collision. It was that's just really unfortunate for them that they tried to put their foot down. And they couldn't know this, but I wasn't even going to shut the door on him. I was just going to let him drive because he was so quick. So I run wide. I'm going too fast. I have to start breathing off the throttle or I'm going to spin. He can see I'm slowing and goes 4 wheels on the green and turns. Yeah, car's actually out of control by the time he's hit me. So he might have had his own crash. If I really knew he was going to floor it, I'd have just moved right, but I can't predict that stuff. Oh, grim. That's rough for them. I'm sure that sucked. If I got a good exit, it would have been fine. But look, if I kept my foot down, that's what would have happened. And he would have collected me anyway. Oh man, rough race. Unlucky dudes. It's good to know we didn't sort of trigger that one too bad. And that's about all I want to look at from this one. There weren't any massive... There was a few crashes, but there weren't any massive... Where did this car start? 7th. Just want to see if there are any, like, first lap incidents that are worth a look at. It's quite hectic at the front, look. I think someone got binned. Oh. Actually, this car, I didn't really know that, but there we go. Just an all-round horrible sequence of events for this driver, unfortunately. So there's contact. They're fine. They're fine. I don't think he'd have expected that. He probably thought he had some space. What's the yellow Porsche do? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Nah, yellow Porsche just for no reason narrows the line because, well, yeah, there is a reason. They don't want to touch the paint. But that's a bit grim. Let's have a look. I find this stuff fascinating because you can learn a lot. See, they make contact here. And you don't know how much they can see, right? So currently doesn't know the car, where the car is if he's on a single. He is over-rotating. I'm not really sure why you rotate that much in the second corner, but it's not my incident. He needs to open up. Yeah. Well, it happened. I would have been peeved if I had been spun off by that. Let's be honest. Did this car have any spicy stuff? They had a pretty clean race. Literally their poorest lap was my average pace, so yeah, they had a clean race after that. This is a fun combo, guys. I think the rain combo is more fun. Because it's a really demanding track. I need to find nearly 4 seconds in the wet. Not quite that, but... Excuse me. Anyone here want to see a bit of the MX 500 stuff? Yeah or no? I might save that, to be honest. I might wait for a busier night. If you don't know, we did the 500 laps of an oval at Martinsville. And we actually survived the whole race, despite it being 4.5 hours. Which is probably the longest I've sat. Now I think about it, I think it might be the longest I've ever sat in one race without leaving the seat. And the only reason I didn't need to leave the seat was I think it was sweaty enough that I didn't really need to get up at any point. It was a race and a half. But we did bag a podium on it, so let's have a look at that result. +2, taking us to 2169 and a little smidge of safety because, well, we did get a whack at the end. If it wasn't for the whack, I think we'd have got a bit off that. I guess we take those, yeah? It's double green. It's the most minimal of greens you'll see all day, but... Alright, 7 o'clock. Yeah. I think I've missed the long version of the race. But I kind of want to save that. I'm either going to do that late tonight or daytime tomorrow. So we got one more week in Mazda to get the 8 out of 8. And if I do this week, should be on 5 out of 8. And then I can just do the last 3 of the season. Because I think there's 3 to go after this. What's the schedule? Imola, Road America, Algarve. That's a good 3. So as long as I do Mugello, if I don't do Mugello, I'd have to run Hockenheim, and I don't have it, which is a very expensive way to think about it. So one day we'll probably end up with that circuit. I'm also keen to try this Super Formula Lights at Sebring. But yeah, I think today that's going to be the stream. How long have we been on? Still, how is that nearly 3 hours? I don't know. Only literally done one race. Might be back tomorrow with more of this. And I'll do a bit of offline testing to see what I want to race. Yeah, I'm just going to go chill and do some other stuff tonight. So I hope you have a good one, guys. I will see you soon. Take care. Stay safe.